Hi guys, today I'm watching A Gingerbread Christmas. The movie begins with Hazel at a bakery watching the food channel when they announce a Christmas bake-off competition titled A Gingerbread Showdown in Chicago. The winner gets $100,000. She's interning at a leading architecture firm in New York and is hoping to get the architecture job, but her boss gave the job to another intern. She ends up going home to help her dad with the bakery for Christmas, and she finds a bill with some back payments. Later, she goes by the bakery and notices the bakery across the road is crowded and her family bakery is empty. Then she meets James, who her dad hired to do renovations but ends up baking too. The next day, Hazel suggests they enter the gingerbread showdown competition to save the bakery, so she partners with James. The next morning, Hazel stops by the bakery. James introduces his daughter to her. Then she shows him some gingerbread designs she came up with. Later that night, they go to a meet and greet for the contestants of the Christmas bake-off in Chicago. Then Hazel takes James to City Hall and decides to design a City Hall gingerbread house. The next day, she thinks it's best to close the bakery to focus on the competition. Then she takes James to her house to check out some of her mom's recipes. Then they test the recipes out. Later, James suggests they get hot chocolate and tells her he has not dated since he and his daughter's mom broke up. The next day, they work some more on the gingerbread house and they go to the Christmas market. The following day, Hazel tells James that her once best friend, who owns the bakery across the street, stole her prom date back in high school. After a week, they complete the gingerbread house. The following day, Hazel's former boss calls and offers her the architecture job in New York. The competition is the next day, and Hazel wants the clock hands on the gingerbread house to move. James stops by the bakery. He sees that Hazel is stressed and says it's just a contest. Hazel gets upset. James tries to comfort her and she accidentally knocks over a part of the gingerbread house. She tells James to leave. Then Hazel and her once best friend mend the gingerbread house and their friendship. She calls James the day of the competition, but he ignores her call. Later, James shows up at the competition and Hazel apologizes. Then they announce the winners. They win Best Craftsmanship, not the grand prize. Then Hazel tells James she's not going back to New York. Then James kisses her. Hazel's mom's best friend comes up with an idea for Hazel and James to work on a cookbook to keep the bakery afloat. Then Hazel stops by a crowded bakery to help out. She kisses James. Later, she accepts a job at a local architecture firm. The end.